Welcome to the other side. Despite what Tony Diaz says, not all Latinos are Democrat.
Just most.
And here you'll get an opportunity to see both sides. You'll hear the left side from Tony Diaz, El Librotraficante, and he is really from the left. I mean, he's going to bring back some stuff talking about Pinochet and all of this stuff.
It's called history and knowledge.
And Jacob Monty, a Latino conservative who brings you the right side that is also the correct side, and that is the Latino conservative.
The minority within the minority.
and growing. We're growing. But we're going to talk about the upcoming rumble in the jungle of Houston on October the 5th. Look, this is a case where I'm supporting Senator Cruz proudly. I don't agree with his position on immigration, but I agree with everything else. And the topic here in Houston is energy. I mean, this is the energy capital of the world. And the problem with Democrats like Tony is they have not gotten how important energy is to Texas. Without fracking, we wouldn't have record job growth. And I mean, I've been to Midland. I was in Midland recently, and I saw all the jobs, Latinos working at these jobs. That wouldn't have happened without fracking. The Democrats want to take us back to the Stone Age, I guess, and have us, with solar powered everything. And Texans aren't going to buy that. We like our big trucks. We like our Suburbans. The Democrats, again, they have terrible policies on drilling, and yet they don't realize the benefits we get from it. This debate in Houston favors Cruz tremendously. This is going to be when the senator wipes up the floor with El Guapo Beto O'Rourke.
So this is pretty much how the debates might go. I want the Beto team to know if this is how the debates goes, you will bore people from voting. I need you to go for the jugular, okay? So first of all, this is Cruz's hometown. I didn't even realize that, okay?
Of course you did.
He's never won the election. He's never won all the votes here in Houston, Texas, for one. On top of it, if you're watching right now, we are organizing the largest protest ever. When Ted Cruz tries to claim his hometown, we want the whole country to see that Lion Ted's hometown doesn't love him, is not going to vote for him. Are you ready, Jake? I'm about to take this into the nuclear age. You want energy? You want energy? Okay.
Yeah, I want a good.
Forget fossil fuels.
You see, forget fossil fuels.
I'm about to take it into nuclear overdrive. I don't mean Space Force. I don't mean Trump's Space Force, okay? I don't want to build,
you heard him say that. Forget fossil fuels.
I don't want to build a wall around the country.
He wants to get rid of our drilling jobs. Same with Beto.
Ladies and gentlemen, Beto, I want you to challenge Ted Cruz and say, how dare you come 30 miles from Santa Fe and not put gun control on the topics? Are you not supposed to address it?
That's not on the topic list, Tony.
I want the youth to demand that this topic come up. I want the youth to infiltrate.
These topics have already been agreed to beforehand. Now you're trying to
I need people to
change the
infiltrate the audience and demand that these questions come up. I want the journalists who lead these questions to make sure you bring up that you're 30 miles from Santa Fe, where they had that slaughter. And let me tell you something. Let me remind you something about Ted Cruz's hometown, okay? The last huge event I saw for Ted Cruz was during the March for Our Lives event at Tranquility Park. There were thousands of young, and what they did is they marched from Tranquility Park to Ted Cruz's office, and there were thousands of youth yelling, "Vote him out. Vote him out." I want to see those youth descend on that center.
Tony,
I want to see the question come up, derail this, because he can't bring up business, and that's monkey business to not talk about gun control.
Tony, the problem you're not seeing is that the majority of Texans are in the silent majority. We're not protesting because we're working. I mean, these ideas are coming from the 60s. Protest, there's going to be thousands more people that support Cruz. They're not going to be protesting at Tranquility Park because they're working. More Republicans exist in Texas Republicans are going to vote for Cruz. Yes, you might not see them protesting because we don't protest. We're working.
I tell you what, if you're a Texan right now and you're watching this and you allow this business as usual, there will be more slaughters in our schools. If your senators don't do anything about stopping this now, how dare they let this get out of the news? How dare a representative who can control the questions not address the most important issue? And you know what? Hey, Jacob, you're right. You're right. The silent majority thinks they can run things. The silent majority thinks they can ignore our youth. Youth, this is up to you right now. We need the young people to step up, to make sure the voices are heard, to make sure that it's not business as usual, to forget the slaughter that happened in Santa Fe, and that might happen again. And if you elect someone like Ted Cruz that will try and dictate the flow of this, it's going to happen again. So right now is a chance for the youth to come in and vote. You know what? You're right, Jacob. If we have a typical election, if everything goes as before, he will win again. Unless people stand up and speak up. I really am disgusted that he would avoid bringing up gun control. That's cowardly of him.
Those were the agreed upon debate rules.
Who made the rules up?
Well, the both
Ted
parties
Cruz.
agreed to them.
Ted Cruz. Oh, Beto tried to change the dates on Friday nights because, you know what, when you go back to talk about workers, he knows that people can't always make it on Fridays. He wanted different times of days. And Ted Cruz insisted. He said there's no negotiating on the places, the times, where to have them, the topics. So, yeah, it is. They were agreed upon because Ted Cruz was going to run otherwise because he's nervous. So he's nervous right now. I want people to make him scared. I want you to call his office. Demand that he talk about gun control. Because guess what? You can make all the money in the world, but what about when your kids are in danger? Education system. How come education's not on there? That's disgusting. It's disgusting that not talk about education, even in the calamity or the regular day classes. So you're going to talk about the economy. What about workers in the economy? What about graduating an army of folks that are intellectuals? So Ted Cruz is a terrible senator. We're ranking last. We're ranking last right now in education. Betsy DeVos is on the cabinet.
That's not Ted Cruz's fault.
She's promoting all of these terrible for-profit schools. You know what, Beto? You gotta hijack these. You gotta hijack these debates because it's not really what the people want to hear about. Yeah, hijack them. Hijack them.
Left.
Take them over. Take them over. And I want the youth flood Ted Cruz's office with calls. Demand that he talk about education. Demand that he fund education more. You know, he's not talking about making sure that there's affordable education for the youth.
Meanwhile, Latino Republicans, go out and vote for Ted Cruz. We'll bring him around on immigration, but he's going to win, and he is the only Latino in the race. And we need more Latino senators, not less Latino senators.
You know what? He's not even Latino, so he might be Hispanic, maybe. Maybe when he claims
Where do you
it
come
back,
up with these words?
when he claims his identity back as Hispanic, maybe he's Hispanic, but I have yet to hear him say, "I am proud to be Hispanic."
I've heard it, Tony.
You and him shooting shots somewhere, I guess. I've never heard it. Show me the video. I've heard people talk about his father coming from Cuba.
I've heard it many times.
I've never heard Ted Cruz say, "I am proud to be Hispanic." You know why?
And I've drank tequila with him at the
YO
Ranch. This guy is Latino. He's going to come around on immigration.
Because he knows that the Trump supporters don't like Hispanics at the end of the day. Now, maybe Texas Republicans, maybe. But Trump hates Hispanics. Trump wants a wall. Trump separates families. Trump's defunding education. Finally, let's draw a line in the sand. This is a Texas showdown. No time to back down. Youth, this is your time. Save Texas. Vote Ted Cruz out. Bye, Lion Ted.
Viva Trump. I mean, no, Viva Cruz.
That's a Freudian
Sorry.
slip. Hey, you've crossed over to the other side.